Breaking news exclusively from Blue Eye Media. And now from our global friendly partners.
We have some tragic news. There is an ongoing mass shooting taking place at Brown University. Here is the latest, including Donald Trump's first response. Multiple people were shot, according to a police spokesperson. We don't have an exact number on casualties yet, but officials summoned a large emergency response to the campus. The university told students and faculty members in an alert at 4:22 p.m. to lock doors, silence phones, and stay hidden. Another alert around 5 p.m. said a suspect was in custody, but the university reversed itself, saying they were still looking for the gunman. There's still a lot unknown right now and a lot of confusion, and Donald Trump added to that. At 5:54 p.m., he said, "I've been briefed on the shooting at Brown University. The FBI is on the scene. The suspect is in custody. God bless the victims and the families of the victims." But the problem is, 8 minutes after Donald Trump said that, Brown University said that the situation is ongoing and people should continue to shelter in place. Also, an NBC journalist said that the situation was ongoing shortly before Donald Trump put out his post. As I'm filming this, Donald Trump just came out again and said that the suspect is not in custody. So I don't know what briefing he received or if he just straight up lied in his post, but it certainly added to the confusion here for this tragedy. I have some major updates for you on the tragic shooting at Brown University tonight, and some of them are just incredibly sad. First and foremost, officials in Rhode Island said that 2 people were fatally wounded and found dead at the scene. 8 other people were injured and have been taken to the hospital, but they're in critical yet stable condition. And right now, a lot still remains unknown. They don't know how the shooter was able to enter the building. They're looking for video footage of the suspect. No weapon has been recovered, and they don't know what type of firearm was used. But the location of the shooting still remains incredibly fortified. There are police with very high-powered firearms standing outside, and onlookers were just pushed back a city block with little explanation. Right now, police cruisers with high-powered searchlights are patrolling the streets in the surrounding area. They're also peering into parked cars with flashlights and lights mounted to shotguns, searching for the perpetrator. And the New York Times is also reporting that Brown University right now resembles a fortified outpost. So I am heartbroken at this news. It is incredibly sad to read this every single day. And of course, my heart goes out to the victims and the families of the victims. I mean, it's the holidays. It's the holidays, and their lives were just turned upside down.
The United States of America has failed us. Our government has failed us. Gun violence is running rampant in our nation, and tonight's mass shooting in Providence, Rhode Island at Brown University is just another example. We've had more mass shootings than days in the year, consistently, year over year. I spoke to the National Gun Violence Vigil this week, where I told them about how this country has normalized a culture of gun violence, and how as a reporter, I will never normalize that culture. I remember in the 7th grade when we had an active shooter threat on campus, and for 4 hours, me and my friends armed ourselves with scissors in case an attacker came to our classroom. We boarded up the windows and built up study cubby forts. Back then, I prayed that no other 7th grader, no other student would have to do that. Over 10 years later, here we are. 2 dead, 8 others in critical condition at Brown University. Students studying for their final exams. What are we doing? And why the hell would we ever normalize it? This should not be normal. Not in our country, not in any country. And that's all I have to say tonight.
Follow Blue Eye Media for exclusive insights and breaking news sources from global friendly outlets that you'll never get from the mainstream cable TV and antenna radio or satellite outlets. Learn how to play the flute of the world and learn the real facts.